whatever you have. And now the live stream, YouTube live stream. In a few seconds we'll show that because it's got delay.
So the preview is going to show what's on the meeting.
See what?
So on this guy here,
That's the program output is what's actually streaming. The right side is what's actually going out. The left side is whatever you're adjusting. Mike's working.
check 1, 2.
I just log in on this.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
You don't have to.
Sweet. That's
We do have paper copies.
thank you, sir.
Hey, audience on the interwebs, we'll be starting here shortly. Okay.
Is it default audio on?
So is that with your audio on? Yeah.
It defaults to audio on. So remember what I was saying about sometimes casting freaks out?
It's coming over the speakers, right? Or is it coming to that?
Coming through.
Okay.
Sometimes it's hard to tell. So it's only if it's casting. I would leave that as far away from where you're going to be because any noise that you're going to make, it'll transfer right into that.
Into here.
Yeah, I would always put that closer to the middle of the room and away from where you are. So if you're going to be right there, you make noise, you want to pick up whatever noise you make, writing or anything.
Yeah.
That's why some of the other games you've seen it's been on a chair in the middle of the room.
All right. So I say we get started. Good. Welcome to the, what is this, April FamiLAB member meeting. Glad you're here. We've got a handful of people in person here in the classroom, and there's some people working on stuff in the back. A couple in the wood shop. There's some laser cutting going on. We've got people coming in and out. So I promise you that I won't try and rush through the agenda. I'm going to read it nice and slow. Feel free to bring up anything you'd like to talk about, and we'll just work through it. So let me do this. We've got the agenda on the screen here, and I will try and scroll through it as we go. So it is a public meeting link, so you can share this with whomever you want. And also, we should be streaming on live on YouTube right now. You are always encouraged to sign in to the member meeting. And we'll go through that. We'll put out a short video on how that's done soon. Try and mute your microphone if you're in the meeting and not talking. And if we have a long discussion or a long question, we'll kind of dock it till the end. But again, I don't want to discourage you from bringing up anything you want to talk about. So first up, financial update. Let's see, we've got about 65 full-paying members right now and 17 special cases. Our profit and loss for March was over $1,000. And we recently had 415 in donations from electronic sale and general bin, the donation bins around here. Let's see. Anything on financial before we move ahead? 3D printers it's generally getting more use, I think. It's got a thank you to me, but that Prusa Mini isn't certified fully go yet. I haven't run the calibration routine through it to make sure that it's 100% go, but it's clean, the belts are replaced, tightened. So more to come on that. And we might be enabling the webcam to look in on your prints from home. We'll be going through that soon. We've got an outreach meeting coming up on May 7th, 7 p.m. It'll be a hybrid meeting. We could use more hands in that. We don't need too many. We've got 1 or 2 members that attend. I think a couple more would be enough. And if you're interested in outreach or marketing, I think it'll only take maybe 30 minutes a month, maybe an hour a month. I guess the meeting is 30 minutes to an hour, but beyond that, any effort to put in.
What kind of activities are those primarily?
Well, 1, getting organized. 2, it might be going to visit places or handing out flyers or just actively talking to people. You know, a lot of that's done here on social night. But kind of soon we'll have a kind of on the side here, we're going to on the website put Friends of FamiLAB, which will have some of our partners, if you will. So we've got some connections already that we need to cultivate. One of those being Orange County Technical College. Am I saying that right, Stefano? Orange County Technical School? Stefano, is that the name of it?
Orange Technical College.
Orange Technical College. The Central Florida Tool Library. There's opportunities there, and like with gamma rays, and so we'll get into some of that. But basically, we do need, and we are getting organized to bring more members in regularly. I'm talking about new members, defining people. It's kind of, FamiLAB has been kind of one of the best kept secrets in Central Florida since 2010. So we want to get the word out.
I volunteered you and me to go to pubs and leave our little flyers there and the Saturday.
The FamiLAB pub crawl. Yeah.
Because we have put like the Hourglass, they should have one of our little boxes with flyers in it there. They've got a variety of local things they do, so that could be done at other places too.
Cool. Okay. Yeah, I agree. I put some flyers at Refresh Computers a while back. And if anybody does want to hand out flyers, we do have extra. We will be printing out new ones soon. And we've got a whole list of ideas. Do we need more ideas? Not so much, but we need execution on the ideas that we already have. If we work those ideas in the list that we have, this place would be booming, and we'd have to find a bigger space. Just a shout out to Jeff, who's sitting in the nosebleed section. We had one a couple months ago, and it was life changing for me. And from that meeting lasted like 2 or 3 hours, and we ended up talking. But it was life changing for me in a good way. And there's so many good things that are coming out of that. So anyway, thank you for being there that night. Now let's see, the laser. Do we still need to purchase a backup belt? Okay.
As far as I'm aware, nobody's bought one.
How much are they?
No idea. I've never been involved in the actual purchase of it.
Okay. Would you say it's like $50 or $500?
No idea. I really couldn't tell you.
I was looking at it during the last board meeting. It was like 125-ish, but I didn't have a serial number, so I couldn't confirm it.
From FamiLAB?
From Epilogue.
So it's pre-cut to our machine and wrapped up, ready to go.
I think so.
Yeah. It's just, otherwise it's just a standard belt for the most part, so you could source it elsewhere, but I don't know about length or anything else.
Maybe when we take it off, we'll get a measurement. Take some good data.
We don't have a good one to measure from, especially one that's actually being used.
All right, well, we'll get that on board soon. And the bearing for the sander is coming. Slow boat from China, man. We've got a sander in the back, a Delta, and the bearing is identified, so that'll be up and running soon. And there is a list you will be seeing, which just kind of runs into the next line item, the Amazon wish list. It's that sort of information is going to become more public, and us being properly equipped and being able to put in for things that we need will be much easier. It will be easier very soon to get reimbursed or to turn in a donation receipt and to get that back easier. So if you want to donate or buy material for the lab or buy parts or tools or whatever, it'll be easier to get that receipt back in your hand. Maker Faire. Oh. All right, before we move on, anything on any of that? No? All right. Maker Faire coming up in November. We've got a few people that have reached out on Slack. Ricky might join us tonight. I haven't even looked at the thing. We've got 4 others. And, who's here? Ricky might, there he is, might chime in here after a bit. But we've got a number of things that we're working right now. We've got our Dummy 13 print that was very successful last year, and we plan to have a handful ready to go. Dave Woods chimed in recently talking about wanting to do a HDPE CNC injection mold thing to be able to mass produce those Dummy 13s, and he wants to showcase what he's done recently. He's been using that for other stuff. So that's something that not only could help produce the Dummy 13s, but we could also exhibit at the fair. And there's so many things that could go. So ICCF, Dave Woods is on that board. It was the Central Florida Inventors Council. They had a table at Maker Faire last year. Hopefully we can get them adjacent to us this year. Hopefully we can get a handful of folks adjacent to us, like Central Florida Tool Library. We plan on, I'm going to jump around here a little bit. We plan on doing the hippo toy, the wood toy, instead of the alligator this year. The Dummy 13, we're going to have hopefully a Power Racer miniature that's RC remote. Then we'll also should have, if everything goes according to plan, the Power Racer to put on the track. We've got you can see it up in the rafters. We've got a GMC something or other SUV, and the guy that's helping to do some of the fabrication work, he's put a lot of thought into it, a lot of heart. We've got most of the materials. Mike King is helping out. Taylor Funk is also helping out, and so there's a lot of good things happening there. Let's see, maybe the stitch-in. I got with Diane Goodpasture a few months ago and asked her if she'd be willing to have a table there, and she was pretty excited about that opportunity. And I think Eileen might be on this evening.
Yep, I'm here.
Hi, Eileen.
Hey, I can give you a quick update if you want it.
Ready?
So, yes, we are planning on doing a stitch-in table again with the little popsicle sock making and freezer pop socks making. And Helpertunity is going to help pre-cut the freezer pop sock kits here at home. Hopefully Diane will be back in action. She was just in the hospital having her appendix out. So she's not been in for a couple weeks, but she does have volunteers from within her usual sewing followers that have agreed to help out. So hopefully we'll be back up and running. I've committed to bringing some of the decor and all the supplies. And even though I won't necessarily be able to stay for the event because I'm caregiving full time, I'm planning to arrange a sitter so that I can come drop stuff off and have everything ready for whoever's volunteering from the stitch-in group, and then schedule to go back and pick stuff up and take Mom with me to pick stuff up. So, or one or the other. So we are going to do our best to make that happen.
Thank you. Very cool. How many tables do you think you'll need wide, as it were, on the street level?
Yeah, so the first year we did it, we managed with a standard booth and just one 8-foot table. We were indoors, thankfully. That helps out a lot. We did have I bring an extra smaller table for the kit cutting if we ran out of kits, which we did the first year. We may or may not need that. It's a nice demonstration space though too, with the die cut, how to do a die cut to cut fabric. And we had that sort of in behind, but we had basically a 10 by 10 space and a backdrop up and 8-foot table at the front and a couple carts that we had additional supplies on.
Okay, cool.
So if we had more than, and that was 2 sewing stations. If there's enough volunteers and we have more sewing stations, then more table space would be, we could easily spread out if we needed to, if somebody didn't show.
Okay.
So, yeah.
All right. Well, for now, we're going to put down, when we put in for our real estate for this year, we're going to have a 10-foot table, try and notch it out for you guys.
That'd be great. That should be great.
Okay. So we'll probably have 2 FamiLAB tables, maybe 3, for the toys and for our display stuff. So now we're talking about like a street block, the front facing of a street block, 2 corners, and then the tables connecting into the center. And and maybe the Gamma Rays will have a table with us, not sure. They might be busy. We're gonna talk more with them soon, but I'm not sure when the drop dead date is for putting the real estate request in, but we're gonna have our ducks in a row here shortly.
That's great. Yeah, unfortunately, Opportunity is going to have to sit out again this year, but we will be basically behind the scenes helping with Stitch In. So that's perfect.
Very cool.
We used to do our games, but we just can't. We just don't have enough volunteers with our program to staff it. So, but we'll be doing our best.
Cool. Thank you, Eileen.
Mhm.
All right. And like I said before, we plan on having the power racer out in the race, like a full, so that'll be fun. There's just a lot of stuff going on. There's a lot of stuff going on. Let's see, gamma rays.
Before you get there, you mentioned Dummies 13. What is that?
That is the, let me break it out here. It's the printed plastic little figurine guy. Let me see if I put this in. This guy. And we're going to modify the models to put on the FamiLAB logo on the chest or something. So that.
Okay.
And so Ricky was talking about doing some printing and gearing up to get some done. Dave Woods wants to help out with that, and it could be a fundraiser for us. I could say that last year they were in high demand. We could have probably sold 10 or 20 of them at least. So I don't know what a good number to have there is. I don't know if you're able to talk, Ricky, but do you have an idea about how many we should make?
Well, I have an idea, if you don't mind me saying. What is it? Well, I was at the booth last year. We had like 30 or 40 alligators, and those were really popular, but the dummy 13s were even more popular. So I wouldn't be surprised if we could sell 30 or 40 of them. That's how I feel.
Okay. Okay.
And the unsold ones will be fun to play with.
Okay. Thanks for joining us, John. Good evening, sir. That is the other John Douglas, by the way. That is the
I'm the original.
original John Douglas. Also holds title of anime officer. By the way, we've been getting a lot of action on anime night recently. So thanks
Yeah,
for.
we might have to start doing it in the classroom instead of the lobby if it keeps growing.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Or swords.
More swords. Yeah, you've hung in there, John, and I guess it comes in waves, but it does get pretty busy on Friday nights around here. Not only with the anime night, but there's folks in the back doing stuff and going in and out. It's pretty cool, man.
I love seeing that too.
Yeah. All right. So let's see. FTC Robotics, the Gamma Rays, looking for mentors to help build skills over the summer, 3D printing, CAM, CAD, laser work. They just recently made some shirts. That's pretty cool. If you are inclined, you could volunteer to help that move along. And so they've got a homeschool group. Is there anything, I'm not fully up on it. There you are. Hey, Sandra, come on up. You want to talk about it a little bit?
Thank you so much. Haven't planned on saying anything, but
You don't have to if
happy
you
to
don't
be
want
here.
to.
We'll talk about robots all day long. Yeah, so we got started with the vinyl shirts. That was for a younger team that I had that did a science competition at the Science Center, so that was great. So got that going, and we just went in the back and chatted a little with Mark. He showed us how to use the laser cutter, which is awesome. So it's an example of something we made. Hoping to move our team from their build some skills over the summer to move them from making just kit bots to actually custom designing something. So we're going to start with maybe 3D CADing, maybe do a 3D CAD workshop over the summer. And we had the idea of having the students getting a chance to like design a box just to start and figure out how to print it out or cut it out on the laser cutter. And it's just a way to start some skill building and making something.
Can somebody contact Deepak about that?
What's that?
Say again, John?
Deepak. I'm sorry if you don't hear me better. Deepak, he did a few learning classes for 3D printing, or sorry, 3D modeling in AutoFusion. Yeah.
What's his name again?
Deepak.
DEPAK.
I don't remember.
Okay.
Put it in the chat.
Yeah.
I don't remember. I don't know how to write it.
Well, if you get in touch with him, have him get in touch with us.
I have no way of contacting him. I was hoping you
Okay.
guys might be able to help.
Cool. So are you guys using Onshape
Yes.
for your modeling? I just got an instructor seat for that. I need to learn it a bit myself, but I've got a lot of experience with CAD. And if all goes to plan, then I'll have extra time, to help do classes. And if you're looking to do something real simple, then it should be a cakewalk. I'm going to be learning the software to be able to model our Power Racer, and I'll have it modeled in other CAD software, but if you guys are using Onshape, then I'll go through the tutorials and we can walk through the tutorials together.
That'd be awesome.
And then make whatever you want. In the meantime, to prep for the classes, this is my plan. Like I said, hopefully it all goes according to plan. But our Power Racer will also be in Onshape, and then it'll just kind of be a learning thing. Is there a time of week or on the weekend that works best that you can see?
Yeah, it would have to be probably evening time would be probably like 7 o'clock or so in the evening would be a good time when most people would be available.
Weekdays, weekends, or
Probably, yeah.
which?
I would think during the week. Weekends just get so busy. So.
There's always an interest in getting training of various sorts. I mean, would other people be allowed? Would you allow other people to join? And also, if you're doing a training session, or do you want us to keep it to the gamma rays?
No, I think it would be fine to.
Open it up?
Yeah, I think that would be fine.
What we'll probably do is stream it.
Mhm.
So if everybody couldn't be here all the time,
Yeah.
and so I'm thinking, how many sessions would it take to get the goal done? So is your goal just to have them? What's the complexity of the part? You mentioned a box.
Mm-hmm.
You have a sketch of this box.
No, like one of the boxes you have in the back, it's like holding stuff, like just a.
Oh.
That's what I was thinking. Something very simple, just to get started, like a simple design and then a simple cutout, simple assembly, just to get the concept of this is how you go from 3D designing something to printing it to cutting it out to assembling it, and then hopefully then they can start taking those ideas to prototyping pieces and parts to a robot.
Very good.
I want to start simple,
Yeah,
so they can be successful.
Yeah, and I think 3 sessions will probably do that pretty
Mhm.
easy. We'll do a basic model.
Yeah.
You up, Mark?
Yeah, I gotta go.
All right, buddy. Be well.
Yeah, thanks
Take care,
again.
man. Stay safe.
Yeah, I think 3 sessions at least, 3 or 4. We'll do the model, and then the next one will do the print, and then the next one will do the assembly.
Yeah, that'd be great.
So, who's going to organize that? I mean,
I'll do the CAD portion, but as far as the promotion of it and the administrative and all that kind of stuff, it can be anybody.
well, basically, you need a teacher, and you need time and a place. Well, place you need a teacher and time that works for everybody.
So I'll be the teacher.
For the Onshape or for
Launching. Yep. Oh, and then I guess the print. So I mean, to follow through all 3 sessions, I was planning on doing all 3 sessions, but we can tag team it. If there's someone else that wants to do the printing, there's all sorts of folks here that do printing, and then the assembly. So doesn't have to be decided tonight, but
No time like the present.
Thou
because,
must
you know,
decide now.
You know, all these things that drag out.
Yeah. It
But
wouldn't bother me to do all three.
the 3D CAD is one thing, presumably Onshape, then would be the laser cutter.
Mhm.
And you also want to do the 3D printing? Is that,
Do you want it?
is that the three things?
Yeah. So do
No,
you
I was
want-
just thinking just the laser cutter.
Okay, so what's the box? What do you want the box to be made out of?
Wood.
Wood.
That's what I was
So-
picturing.
It's just 2 sessions, or maybe even bind it into one. Well, two.
Yeah. I mean, the laser cutter and the assembly might be able to do in one session, 2 sessions for CAD, maybe 3 sessions for CAD, depending on the complexity of the part. All right.
And you
When
want, excuse me, you want to stick with Onshape, or are you guys trying to change to something else, or Onshape?
We started with Onshape, so I think that's just something we have some familiarity with.
Great.
Yeah, so we'll go through measuring. We'll go through getting those measurements into CAD, and then taking that CAD, that'll probably be the first session or 2, and then getting that CAD prepared to take it to the printer,
Okay.
or to the laser cutter.
Okay.
And all the formatting and stuff, working through all that. And then we'll have another session to go through cutting it, and then probably have one cut already, so that while it's starting to cut, y'all could assemble. We have an assembly workshop.
Okay.
What's up, Richard?
This isn't particularly useful for the education side of things, but I just put a link in the chat. It's good for generating boxes for laser cutting specifically. So it's a site that you can kind of say like what dimensions and what kind of box you want and etc. And it'll give you like a tabbed drawing file so that you can feed it to the laser easily. It is not 3D, and it is not, again, useful for educating how to use Onshape. But if you wanted to have like some sample boxes or something, that is a good way to like get an end product easily without having to fully 3D design it.
Cool.
Great.
I need to copy that link.
Boxes are really easy to do in 3D. You just have to.
Oh yeah.
You just draw a rectangle and extrude it. I don't see why that would take more than 30 minutes.
Oh well, if it's for laser cutting, I'm assuming we would
okay. I'm
be
sorry about that.
doing
Okay.
tabs and stuff. I mean, yeah, if it was 3D printing, then like doing a cube or something in 3D is a little different.
Yeah, I mean, Ricky, we'll go through that. Maybe we'll have some easy ones cut to just
Sure.
get into
As
it.
reference, yeah.
And then we'll have a more complex. So as far as the one that y'all would like to do, an idea for a box or something, find which one you'd like to do.
Okay.
Yeah. And it doesn't mean, I mean, even if it has a model already, that's fine, because we'll just go through and make the model from scratch.
Mhm.
You know, even better, if you find a box that you like, then we can laser cut it already, assemble it, or have a couple sitting around, and then we'll take our calipers and measuring micrometers and stuff.
And like
Measure
reverse
it out.
engineer it.
Yes.
Yeah.
There you go.
That's the way.
Oh man, Ricky, can you send me that link in Slack, please?
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
I appreciate it. Great. Looking forward to it.
Cool. Thank you.
Sorry, but we have to bail. I've got to pick up my other son who's somewhere else. I've got to run.
All right.
So, but thank you again.
Thank you, Sam. We'll get together on timing here soon. We want to promote that and get it on the schedule and such. Cool. All right. Let's see. Main schedule. What time are we looking at? What are we doing? 8:30? Oh, wow, we're doing pretty good on time. All right. Let's move on to the board. Thank you, Kyle, for having me scrolled. I appreciate that.
One thing I want to mention while they're here, yes or not, is that they're doing They were doing about a week or two ago an application for the Gene Haas Foundation to get a grant for them.
Yes.
She had some specific questions about some equipment, and I'd answered the one about the CNC, quote unquote, such as it is.
What else? Was there another question you remember?
There were a few questions, yeah. I'm not sure if she got them answered all or not. Looking at, I guess.
So we'll put it on the list of things to do. Gamma rays, questions for grant. Okay. On the list. We'll get that knocked out. All right. We've had a couple membership applications come in, and I'm wondering, George or Jack or John, the original John Douglas, do you guys see those come through on Slack or in your FamiLAB email?
I have not seen it on Slack.
I haven't seen any of that.
The
It doesn't mean it doesn't happen. I just haven't seen it.
form, the jot form, I think only goes to the creator of the form.
Okay. I'm seeing them come through. And when I got signed up on the email, I saw it hit my FamiLAB email.
Let me log in.
Okay, yeah. I don't check that stuff constantly, so I've just been preoccupied with my car.
We got 4 members or something on it that
Okay.
fixed.
Okay. Back when I started sniffing around, I found that there were a ton that had put in membership applications for 2025. And I don't know how many, it was a dozen or 2 dozen. I got back with them early this year and went back through till summer or spring in 25 and figured that a year's time would have been, people would have forgotten about it or something. But I still reached out to them and I says, hey, if you can, stop by. Love to see you. Sorry it took so long to get back to you. And
That's a good idea.
yeah, so I want to make them more visible so when membership applications come through, we can close that loop quicker. Also, tell me what you guys think about this, and this goes for everybody. If a member leaves and if they feel like giving feedback, a form, and it can be an anonymous form,
Separation form, whatever.
separation form. Do you, for the old guard, did they ever have anything like that? You remember?
I don't think we've ever had something like that.
Usually case by case, and usually the treasurer is the person they're usually talking to because they want to turn off automatic payments. And that's why we like PayPal, because you want to stop paying us, just go with your PayPal account and stop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll eventually deactivate.
We're not Planet Fitness where it's impossible to cancel your membership that's pulling out of your freaking checking account.
So I'd like to build a brief form that maybe has some radio buttons and then a comment thing where they can give feedback if they want. I hate it when people leave, and I really hate it if I don't know why. And even though some of those whys might sting, it will be good learning for us to maybe make improvements going forward. All right, we recently had a change in board. Here we go, new members, there's now 6. Board members currently, Justin Fogel is the president. The second John Douglas is the secretary. Mr. George Altland, treasurer. Jack Borkman, who's here tonight. Represent John Douglas, who's on the phone, the original John Douglas. And Mr. Chris Nappick is probably taking a nap, getting ready for work tomorrow. He goes to sleep pretty early. So we're all basically here. Justin is traveling tonight. That's why I'm running the meeting. Generally, he would be Thanks to Adam for his years of service as president and keeping FamiLAB operating. And that, a big thank you to Adam, but there's also, and he'll say this, there was other people that has been doing stuff in the meantime. And Kyle, I want to call you out publicly and say thank you, thank you, thank you.
Yeah, seconded.
There's some other folks that have been doing stuff, and I know Hamster's been running in and out of here a little bit. I know he does some stuff every once in a while. Mark Sardi has donated some equipment that needs a little TLC here and there, but some valuable stuff. And just a genuine thank you to anybody on the airwaves that might hear this.
Mike's been.
Mike King, yes.
Yeah.
Yes, and that's not to, Ricky, good sir, thank you.
Hello.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Eileen, I know you've been out for a while, being a caretaker, and I know you've invested a lot of heart and soul into this place a while back, and so thank you for that. And I won't keep rambling on, but hi, Eileen.
Thank you.
Yes, you're welcome. So we got a lot to look forward to. We're going to be doing some fundraising. We're going to get some money in the bank. We're going to get some nice tools. We're going to get maintenance schedules. We're going to get this place cleaned up. We're going to see a lot more people come in. I want to get some teaching agreements in place soon. Like to get some regular classes in the wood shop and the metal shop doing welding. I want to give a shout out to Stefano. Thank you for having put so much effort into this place recently. And Jeff. There's a lot of people to thank recently.
Yeah.
This place has been booming. And Jack.
Jack makes the sawdust, and Jeff
Cleans it up. Yeah. My goodness. Kind of a cool place to come. Cool place to hang out. Cool place to make stuff.
The membership application goes only to the board email address, which goes to whoever's in it.
Okay.
So,
say that again.
The membership application goes to anybody that's on the board.
Goes to the board email address.
Board
The
email
board
address.
email address has a specific list of members, and it probably needs to be updated, which actually it has Adam, Chris, George, Jack, Johan, both Johns.
Yeah.
So it's going to your FamiLAB email account. So log in your FamiLAB email account and forward that to your personal one if you really want to do that. But it's best to have your FamiLAB email account on your devices you use most often, so you can see these notifications. It does not go to any other place.
Okay, cool.
It may, if the integration is still working, go to the board channel on Slack, but I don't know about that.
I want to look at all that later.
Because there is an email address for FamiLAB Slack, which is usually the way the integration works.
And I started saying thank you to Stefano. Stefano, I do want to I want to reconnect with your instructor, Luis Ruiz. Is that how you say it? And he said he wanted to help out and donate some stuff and put a little sign up here that talks about Orange Technical College. And he said he might like to be an instructor in some stuff. And so if you, and this goes out to anybody, if you want to teach classes, then speak up. And we will try and find a way to make it easy and try and find a way to make it worth your while somehow.
They're there is a short URL that takes you straight to a job form for reserving time on the calendar and putting things on the calendar. It automatically works right now. So just bug us and we'll send you the link.
Okay. Very cool.
If you want Eventbrite and you want ticketing, if you want to have a limited number of seats, definitely reach out to us. There's a channel in Slack. It is events and classes, and that's where we discuss those things.
Very cool.
But the process you said is to, sorry, say it again.
If you want to host an event,
Yes.
there is a form, and it is, for the most part, automated. It will make an event on the calendar so you can reserve the space for that event. Everything's up for review, of course. If you want an Eventbrite, we have an Eventbrite account. We can put an Eventbrite up. You can sell tickets on there. All that nonsense. Most of that information is in the channel in Slack, events and classes. That host event link should probably not be public.
Okay, we'll scrub that soon.
And the form is also on that channel, or is it in there?
There's pins in there for some information. Some of it's a little old, but that's where we discuss event-specific things so that if someone asks a question, it's there and it can be found, right?
Yeah.
So that's not necessarily the channel to post events. That's for discussion around
No,
ideas.
that's all of the above. Events and classes is where we discuss, we post. We used to have an automation that would automatically update it from the calendar, but it was noisy, so somebody turned it off. You know,
Is that something that should be reinstated?
I think so. I mean, we used to have it update every Monday. We had it automatically update the general meta and events and classes with the current events on the calendar.
I like that idea.
Because the calendar is connected to Slack, so it can see our calendar.
Is that something we need a vote on?
No.
Okay. Well, let's put that on the
Figure
vote
out how to turn that on.
thing. There's some Slack stuff that needs to happen soon, so I'd like to have a separate meeting with that to talk about all things Slack and integrations and the elephant in the room, possible AI stuff, and
That needs to stay turned off in Slack.
Okay.
They don't have good privacy terms for that. And it'll train on everything in the workspace.
Ricky had found some stuff on hosting our own AI, which would help us maybe broadcast out some social media stuff.
I mean, you can do it. You can do it in AWS. We have in AWS allotment of credits, but anything AI related right now in any online host, unless we're hosting it on premise, is not cheap. Most of the services like ChatGPT and Claude, you pay for credits for how long or how many tokens you're using to generate a response. OpenAI for a business tier, there's a minimum of 5 users at $20 a piece per month, billed annually.
Okay.
So.
But the one Ricky was talking about was hosted on site, and it would be
OpenClaw.
No, it was called
Pick up.
Naden.
N8N. It has something built in. I haven't looked into that side of things as much yet as the general hosting side.
Well, if we set up an N8N anything right now, because those are highly targeted. Very highly targeted for malicious actors right now.
So what he was talking about using it for was specifically to, if we see something come across on I made this channel in Slack, then
Generate a post and put it on the website? Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, I understand, that makes sense, but
is there then, and I want to spitball and whiteboard all this stuff out at a separate time, but is there a way to mitigate that and whiteboard or air gap it as much as possible.
I mean, if we host it on a computer here in the space, it's whatever. It's not a big deal. It's just making sure that it's not accessible in such a way that it can be abused. Because again, they're highly targeted. When somebody comes in with a device that happens to be exploited and it's looking at things on the network and it sees that, guess what's targeted? You know, just like they're looking for crypto keys in your wallet, some shit. You know, they're going to be looking for AI instances to abuse. And on top of that, I don't know how much you know about hidden text, but that's one of the biggest ways that AI summary agents are used as well as hidden text. Is the text is specially crafted to tell the model and the agent to do something other than what you're doing. So if you're getting an email and it's from some random person and you ask your AI to summarize it and your AI sees this hidden text and this hidden text now tells it to do something else, guess what?
Okay.
You effectively have been breached.
Okay.
That's how that works. That's
saw
the
your
problem
post.
with some of that stuff.
I saw your post come through on the QR code kind of thing that was in the text.
Well, so that's something else a little different. That's just a QR code that's being rendered as it's text using UTF-8 block characters, which are formatting characters for creating certain things that are used in a very specific way in a monospace formatting method in HTML to generate a QR code image using blocks of text. It means that you no longer have the email client saying, you know, download external images. You no longer have email spam fighting software detecting images that appear to be QR codes because it's just a bunch of text blocks that are using a UTF character, UTF-8 character.
So it's not exactly hidden text that you're talking about.
It's not hidden text.
Okay.
Hidden text is text that has a 0.05 pixel sizing or a white on white label formatting, whatever in HTML, you know, all kinds of little variants like that, or this and that just make it not easily visible to the end user. But because of the way the computer vision, not computer vision specifically, but because of the way the computer parsing works, it ignores all the formatting and it just sees the raw ASCII characters that are supposed to be the text that's supposed to be readable. And it's like, oh, hey, let me just follow instructions. It's stupid like that.
I would definitely.
Anyway, this is something completely off topic from.
Yeah, we're getting close to the end of the hour, and also I'd just like to say that I think with the mills and saws and that kind of stuff, we have enough liability options here without getting into the AI end of the
Well, it's useful for
liability
some stuff.
policy.
You just have to be careful what you say about it. But
Yeah, well, as I say, I prefer not to see FamiLAB have an AI at this time. That's just my opinion.
I want to bring your attention to something that Jack Boardman did recently. We've got the calendar on our front screen now, which is pretty cool. Thanks for doing that. We've got a reworked front page. Was this you? Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty bad, man.
Yeah.
Pretty badass. We'll be updating the images soon.
Wait, who did the calendar? The website update?
What about it?
Who did it?
Jack.
Jack, you did a great job.
Thank you. If you have feedback though, let me know. Tell me on Slack or whatever. I'm working on all like the little lab pages. I'm doing metalworking one right now.
Yeah, Katie did a good job, but you brought it up to what we probably needed.
You doing what? You're doing
I'm doing all the other pages now. Right now I'm doing metalworking.
Oh,
but
okay.
I'm working on all of them. So if you have like input, if you click on it and like want me to change something or something's not accurate, let me know and I can fix it up real quick.
Oh, cool. Okay, so did you already do woodworking?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, woodworking guys, if there's some notes, then let us know, yeah? Okay, very good.
I'll make sure I'll be extra scrutinizing.
Yeah, we are running out of time. Part of the thing is we want to have some safety classes soon, some new member orientations. We've got a lot of new members recently. And at the end of the thing, let me share this instead. Yeah, social media, post what you've made and I made this, open discussion. So we've got a list. I mean, got a lot of stuff going on and we'll want to fill it up even more. Want to have something going on every 3, 4, 5 days or so. get this place bumping. That's all I got. I've been running my mouth enough. Anything you guys want to talk about? Guys or gals?
I've got a new business.
You do?
Yes, new business comment. Maybe it's a new business. That's a good point. So Helpertunity is still on the pursuit of their plastics recycling efforts. The group was helping us at one point. I think I forget who has the doorstop that we made following the precious plastics granulator horrible plans. But we are progressing to, we purchased a soft, we've got a grant to purchase a soft plastics compactor brick making machine. And so we're doing our soft plastics, and then we still have the $3,000 pounds of granulated plastics from the recycling company in Tampa that we're going for another pickup of that. Pre-granulated clean post industrial plastic, not post consumer, but we are continuing to clean and prep bottles because we would like to do a project where we use the bottle wire. I know some people have done projects where they're making the bottle wire in order to try to make filament for 3D printing. We're not interested in making filament. We're actually just interested in having bulk amounts of bottles ripped down into the bottle wire, the spout, and the bottle bottom quickly so that the components can be used for a craft, sculpture. And so we're looking for technical, mechanical, electrical folks that might want to help us prototype, a rough prototype of a soda bottle spiralizer, something that doesn't require the person to cut off the top, cut off the bottom, cut a slit, pull it through with a razor. We're looking for creating something more like an electric can opener that will spin the bottle and cut it with a rotary blade, small rotary blade from the inside of the bottle that fits the footprint of a soda stream on a countertop. And so I'm wondering which Slack group or board that should be put in, are interested in folks that if they want to, are interested in helping with this project. And it potentially is something that could be,
big.
get a patented if it gets, produced.
Okay.
And then potentially sold to the soft plastic compactor people. They're focused on that product right now, and they're not ready to pitch a new machine, but could be interested in pairing it with their other products at some point. So which Slack group would I post that in? Because General Meta gets slid down pretty quickly.
Yeah.
So if you want the highest visibility, it's probably going to be General Meta because just about everyone's dropped in General Meta by default. Lots of people have it too. You don't go in there unless they are intending to say something.
Okay.
I don't know that we have a dedicated
Inventors page or
channel.
electronics, gadgets, and
We have an electronics channel,
It sounds like a special project, though.
but you might need to go into each related channel and just share it, like post it in General Meta and then use the share feature. So you don't have to type it, copy and paste it, and they all link back to the same post.
Eileen, I think
just
that's,
share it to the relevant channels.
yeah,
John's got something.
yeah, John, what do you got?
There's a group that sometimes meets at FamiLAB called ICCF. I forgot, like Central Florida Inventors Council.
Florida.
You can just show up there and they can give you some advice for that.
okay.
You
If
don't
I
want
can-
to show up. You want
Yeah,
to check the calendar to see if it's open then.
That's good call.
Yeah. And if I can't show up, do they
they,
don't have a
Just look in the calendar.
yeah. Eileen, they meet here every 3 months and they rotate around North Orlando every month. But this sounds like a special initiative. Do you have like a one pager or a short document that shows the basics of what you're talking about, the different stuff?
Yeah, so that would be interesting too. Part of the project could be even just drawing something up in some of the, you know,
I mean,
digital.
But apart from that, like in a narrative form, do you have a white paper or a one pager on your idea, what you just pitched?
I could.
Could you send that to me, please, on Slack?
Sure. Who am I talking to?
This is John D. Stimpy 9K.
Okay. Yeah, I can do that.
I will write you later and
Okay.
just connect with you.
Great. Okay.
Yeah. And so you say you're looking to get a grant for that?
Yeah, so that's the question. Like if I would probably have to have people in line that would be able to pull that off before I could even write for the grant to get it.
How
Do you know
much
what I mean?
money? Yeah, how much money are you talking about?
Yeah, I have no idea. So that's where I have to sit down with people and see where the
You said within the specifications of a soda stream?
within the footprint, within the
Oh.
countertop footprint, vertical size.
Okay.
With
And you basically needed to cut off both ends and start.
it doesn't necessarily have to cut off both ends, just pierce through. And my thought would be to cut from the inside of the bottle rather than the outside, to pierce through and at the bottom and then work its way up to the top and be able to be sort of a slinky, remain slinky shape. Yeah, so with the idea being that something that a kid could pop into a device, sort of like you're popping a bottle into a soda stream, and instead of it filling it with air, it would pierce the bottle and rotate the bottle, rotate the blade.
Yeah. Eileen, I'm going to throw something on the camera here. Doing it old school. Oh, wait. Oh, Ricky's presenting.
Oh, sorry.
Let me,
So we're past 9, by the way.
yeah. Eileen, could you produce a one-page document that has just a one-pager that has the basics of what you're talking about? So we can black and white.
Sure. Basics, like bullet pointed list of I think, well, AI already helped me with that. So yeah.
Cool.
I could definitely pull that off.
Share that, throw it on one page, have it fit on one page.
Okay.
We'll start circling it through on this side.
Cool.
And see what we can drum up. Ricky.
Yes. Hello.
Hey, did you have the Dummy 13 FamiLAB logo?
Oh yeah, I was just showing you the this deal. I just put the logo on this is the chest.
Sweet.
So it's just a little guy there. I'm printing out printing one out now.
I think it looks great.
I'm glad you said it was the chest, because I honestly thought it was boxers.
Yeah. Makes a lot more sense assembled.
Cool.
Well, this isn't very interesting, is it? There you go. It's actually printing. I'll see how it looks. But I've been preparing the Dummy 13 models in Slicer so we can bulk print them. So we can talk more about it at another time. I don't want to burn everybody's time up here.
But we could, for instance, have a few going here, and people that wanted to volunteer, they could be printing from the house or something.
Yeah, so I'll have all the plates. I'll get a 3MF together that has everything that you'd need. My intention is to just print the individual pieces like on a full plate. So instead of printing one full model on a plate, I would print all of the thighs on a plate, because then I can print 50 of them.
Okay.
So basically, my thought was to print. I haven't done all the math yet, but I think it would be like if we were to print like in that 40 to 50 range is what I was thinking, enough to make that many. Print all the frames in PETG and all of the armor pieces in PLA. And then we can print a bunch of different colors and patterns. Like we can get some silk ones and some rainbow patterns and all that stuff because PETG is a little more restrictive on like colors and fun stuff. But all the armor pieces we can print in a bunch of different colors and stuff. That way, when people come and want to assemble it, they can sit down and grab whatever color they want out of the bucket. You know, we'd have like a bucket that's only chess pieces of all different colors.
Oh, that's sick, dude. I like that.
So I'll have that 3MF done soon, and I'll probably print out a couple tests on this. And yeah, I've got the logo set up on there, so hopefully that turns out good. I'll know in like half an hour when that thing's done printing. So
Sweet. Thank you.
I'll send a picture of it in the Slack.
I'm just thinking about this logistically, and it'd be a lot easier if all the parts were on one sprue, or I think you used the term frame.
Oh yeah, like there is the runners, like the kit version,
Yeah.
which has all the pieces together.
Yeah, just
And
logistically, that'd be a lot easier to deal with.
Definitely in terms of getting the assemblies together. The only reason I was thinking about doing the pieces individually is for colorways, because kids are going to want to put a blue leg and a red chest and a rainbow arm, you know?
Sounds
Want
like
to buy multiple kits?
it sounds like a great discussion to
Yeah.
carry on in the
Oh, sorry about that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll pick this up more. Ricky, thank you for the legwork on this. Big time.
Sure thing. Happy to help.
Everybody, thank you for tuning in this month. We'll be talking to you soon. Stop by the lab.
Do you have any new member introductions or anything like that?
Yes, but I was not organized enough to have those names ready. I know that we've got TJ. We've got 5 others. TJ recently joined. Alexi recently joined. A fellow named James, what his name is, recently joined. Stefano recently joined. And there's more coming. And there was more. We've had a lot of influx recently. So that will be on the next agenda for sure. Thank you, Kyle. All right. And with that, with that, we're going to call
Today
it.
is the greatest day of my life.
Yeah. You're welcome to hang on the thing, but we're going to stop the stream. There's the sign-in link. Thanks again, Kyle.
Oh, yeah.
And see you soon.
All right. Good job, John.